You didn't come this far to be at the mercy of immigration roulette. One new rule and boom, your entire expat dream collapses. Retiree visa gone. Health insurance mandate changed overnight. Bank balance minimum doubled. Don't think it can't happen. It already has, and it will again. So let's talk Plan B. Not fantasy, not fleeing, a real second position. Phnom Penh, Cambodia. The dark horse escape hatch for men who know how to read the battlefield. Why Cambodia might be smarter than Thailand in 2025. I'm not saying leave Thailand. I'm saying don't get caught with your pants down and your visa expired. Phnom Penh isn't perfect. It's gritty, it's raw, but it's also easy, simple, and surprisingly livable. Especially if you're the kind of man who values visa flexibility, dirt cheap living, no nonsense systems, and a backup base that doesn't feel like a prison sentence. The Phnom Penh breakdown. Number 1, visa. No games, no proof, no stress. Cambodia doesn't care about your age, income, or your past. Fly in on an ordinary visa, Type E, 30 days. Convert it to an EB visa extension, valid for up to 12 months, and renewable. No proof of income, no mandatory health insurance. With an agent, cost you around $300 a year. No 90-day reports, no constant immigration stress. You behave and pay your fee, you stay. That's freedom most Thai-based guys don't even realize they've lost. Number 2, cost of living, half the price, twice the margin. You could live like royalty on $1,300 a month in Phnom Penh. Let's break it down. $300 to $500 a modern one-bedroom apartment with AC and Wi-Fi. Khmer meals or street food or street meals, whatever you want to call it, probably $2 a pop. Beer, draft beer, 50 cents a pop. Utilities will be around $20 to $40 a month. You like that imported stuff, it's going to be the same price as it is in Thailand. Probably $150 a month for all that imported cheese and wines and all that. Everything else, transport, SIM card, gym, clothes, cheap as hell. Number 3, the city itself, grit but functional. Phnom Penh isn't Bangkok, and that's the point. It's not polished, it's not sanitized, but it works. You got Grab and Pass app, malls, gyms, and hospitals, food delivery, nightlife, co-working spaces. You want modern? Live near BKK1. That's kind of interesting because BKK is, well, you know. BKK1 is like the expat modern condominium area. So is another place called Tonle Basak. I think that's how you say it. Budget friendly, head to the Russian market area. Just don't expect perfection, expect functionality. Number 4, the people. Old Thailand vibes. This surprised me. Khmer people, especially in Phnom Penh, still greet you with curiosity and not contempt. You're not just another drunk farang, at least not yet. It feels like Thailand maybe 25, 30 years ago, before the tourists broke in. Tuk-tuk drivers respectful. Restaurant staff very sincere. No upsell, no scam, just people doing their jobs with pride. The magic Thailand lost, you still catch glimpses of it here. Number 5, food, beer, and comforts. You'll eat well here, foreign or local. Khmer food like Thai food, but less spicy. Pizza, burgers, Indian, Italian, Mexican, all here. You can have a nice tenderloin steak for $10 or sometimes less, with all the fixings. A full breakfast, $2 to $6. Beer, still 50 cents a pint. Western groceries, imported but available. I mean, you're going to still pay the same kind of price that you would in Thailand, maybe a little less. And unlike Thailand, the food won't fight back with the spice unless you beg for it. This is comfort without inflation. Number 6, the money game. The US dollar dominates. Cambodia runs on US dollars. ATMs give you US dollars. The real is a small change. Keep 1s and 5s in your pocket for smooth sailing. ATM fees $4 to $6 per pull. Use Charles Schwab debit card, you get the money back, or use a Wise card. No banking circus, no currency chaos, dollars in, dollars out. Simple, smooth, expat friendly. All right, number 7, healthcare. This is important to a lot of, let's say, aged expats or second half expats. Yeah, you're going to have to do healthcare local plus the Bangkok combo, is what I mean. Let's be real. Phnom Penh isn't a medical tourism hub, but it covers the basics. General practice visits usually $10 to $20, lab work $15 to $40, dental cleanings $20, meds over the counter and they're reasonable. But if something goes wrong, you get on a plane, Phnom Penh to Bangkok, 1 hour, about $100, $150. Bangkok hospitals equal world class. Insurance non-negotiable. Look at Safety Wing, IMG, or Cigna Global for plans with evacuation. This is your Bangkok backup protocol. Set it up now, not after the chest pain. Number 8. Safety. Gritty, not dangerous. Phnom Penh's not Chiang Mai, but it's not a war zone either. Let's break down the risk. Petty theft? Yes, especially at night. They'll snatch your phone if you got it out there, and if your selfie stick in something, you might get that snatched. Violent crime is rare unless you chase it. Police, really not your enemy if you stay clean and cool. How to stay safe in Phnom Penh. Use Pass app or Grab. Avoid alleys at 2 a.m. Don't flaunt your tech. Stick to BKK1, Dual Pen, and the Russian market zones. Use street smarts, not Western softness. The weather, you'll sweat or you'll snap. It's hot, it's humid, it rains like hell. March to May, brutal heat. June to October, daily downpours. November to February, tolerable to pleasant. Upside, you lose weight. Mornings are golden, AC is cold, and the cold beers are everywhere. Downside, you're going to fight with mold, mosquitoes, and, shower twice or 3 times a day. Welcome to the jungle, dress light. All right, number 10. English, better than you'd expect. Cambodia surprises here. Most service staff, functional to good English. Tuk-tuk drivers, basic to good English. Plus GPS. Private hospitals, English guaranteed. Young adults, often bilingual, 2 or 3 languages. No Khmer needed, but a few phrases can earn you respect fast. Learn to say thank you, Akun, and smile and tip with grace. This ain't Bangkok, but you're still a guest here. Act like it. 11. The setup cost. The soft landing budget. Here's your startup budget if you bounce to Phnom Penh tomorrow. 1-year visa with an agent, $300. Apartment deposit, $300 to $500. SIM card with data, $5 to $10. If you buy a scooter or e-bike, $300 to $700. Furnishing, you may need it, you may not need it, depends on your apartment, $200 to $400. Total setup, $1,500, and you're all ready to roll. Okay, in closing, would I move or just be ready? Would I move to Phnom Penh tomorrow? Probably not. But would I set it up as my fallback fortress just in case Thailand flips the switch? Hell yes. Because freedom without options isn't freedom. You don't build resilience when it's already too late. You build it before the hammer drops. Phnom Penh isn't paradise, but it's a damn good plan B. All right, man. If you know the man who's coasting in Thailand like nothing's going to change, share this with him, because when Thailand says game over, Cambodia might be the only door still open. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.